I have an interesting story. There's a great friend of mine who I grew up with. We played football together, named Bruce Birch. He's now head of the music business department at the University of Georgia. And to my knowledge, Bruce didn't play a lot of music in high school. I was like in the musician group, and I was in a bunch of different bands. But he fell in love with Chris Christopherson somewhere along the way and decided he wanted to be a songwriter, and he taught himself to play the guitar, and he listened to a lot of music, and he went on and had a very successful career. And I remember thinking, that guy had some real guts to have the audacity to say, I can do this. And I think he worked in a hot dog stand. It's one of those classic Nashville stories. He worked for 7 or 10 years and had no breaks and was earning a living, managing a hot dog restaurant. But then he had some breakthroughs and had a bunch of #1 hits. And so I guess what that story tells me is the music business is bigger, stronger, more lucrative than most people imagine it is. Most people say, either I'm going to become U2 or I'm not. And they don't understand that there are a million other options, a million other niches in the industry of writing for video games or writing for television or arranging or performing, of course, but all the business jobs, all the new companies that are getting created to take advantage of the internet and these new distribution models and new promotion models. So my advice is search your soul, and if it's something you think you're really interested in, it's not just something that you want to do because you're afraid of doing something else. But if you're really serious about it, go for it, because it's a big world. The industry is big and rich, and despite the fact that certain parts of it that are very visible are shrinking, overall, the number of people earning money in music and the amount of money they're earning has been growing, despite the fact that record companies have been shrinking and some of the artists have found their sales shrinking of recorded music. The field is still exploding. And nothing that's happened has indicated that people are less interested in music. There's, film, TV, and video games are more music rich than they've ever been, and there's 100 times the content being created than there was when we were kids.